I'd like to take a few minutes to describe the escrow process. We've already got an accepted offer, we've got a signed contract, and we're opening escrow. Within the first 72 hours, the buyer has to get their earnest money deposit into escrow. It says that in the residential purchase agreement. Also, within the first 72 hours, I like to schedule the home inspection because we've got contingency timeframes that we need to adhere to that are in the residential purchase agreement. Those contingencies are inspection contingencies and preliminary title report. All of our due diligence on the property have to be removed within 17 days of acceptance. Also, the appraisal contingency has to be removed within 17 days of acceptance, and then 21 days for the loan contingency. Now, these numbers can be either extended or shortened depending on the circumstances. But within the first couple of days of the escrow period, we schedule the home inspector. The home inspector is going to go out to the property and inspect the property of all its working parts and give us a detailed report of what they find at the property. It's not our intention to create a fix-it list really for the seller based on this report. It's more to determine if there's anything drastically wrong with the property. But we're going to get that report and we're going to ask the seller for a request for repairs or a request for credit in lieu of repairs. And that's a whole nother negotiation altogether. So going back to the contingency period, during this time, the lender's going to order the appraisal, and the appraisal will get done hopefully in time, and you're going to be working with the lender to get all the documentation that they need in order to get you fully approved for the loan. Up until you physically remove your contingencies in writing, your earnest money deposit really isn't at risk. But once you do remove your contingencies, all contingencies in writing, and if you decide that's not the property for you, or there's something about the property that you just don't like and you decide to back out, you're at risk of losing that earnest money deposit. In almost 20 years of real estate, that's never happened with me. We cross all of our T's and dot all of our I's well before we get to the end of the contingency period. So after we removed all of our contingencies, within about 5 days of our scheduled close of escrow, we're going to go back to the house and we're going to do a verification of property condition, making sure that everything is how it's supposed to be as it was seen when we first saw the house. So we do that, and then within about 3 days of our close of escrow date, you're going to be signing loan docs, which the escrow company is going to either have you come in front of a notary and sign, or they'll send a notary to you. You signed your loan docs, those go back to the lender. Then the lender will fund the loan, meaning they give the money to the escrow company, and the title company will record the property in the new owner's name. Once it records with the new owner's name, then that's officially the property has transferred ownership. The seller gets their funds. We get to meet, I have the keys, and give you a great big hug.